This short video will take you through the key eligibility criteria for the Children, Young People, Families and Adult Learning Third Sector Fund. To be eligible to apply for this funding, your organisation must be a Scottish charity. That means the organisation has to be entered on the Scottish Charity Register and have a Scottish charity number. It also has to have a legal personality. This can be achieved by being incorporated, so by being a company limited by guarantee or a Scottish Charitable Incorporated Organisation, a SCIO, or having a royal charter. If your organisation does not have a legal personality, then you cannot apply for this funding. And there is more information and guidance given in this in the criteria document, including links to follow to find out more detailed information. Scottish Government expect that any organisation receiving funding will have strong governance and financial controls in place. And you're asked to confirm this in the application form. In the guidance document, there's a link to finding out more information about the Scottish Governance Code for the third sector. Safeguarding plays a key role in ensuring safety and the avoidance of harm. Your organisation must have a safeguarding policy in place to be eligible to apply for this funding, and you'll be asked about that when you complete the application form. There's more information and a link to safeguarding guidance provided by Oscar in the criteria guidance document, so please have a look at that if you'd like to find out more detail. To be eligible for funding, your organisation must have in place a Child Rights and Wellbeing Impact Assessment, or a CRIA as these are sometimes referred to. You either need to have this in place when you're applying, or to be able to confirm that you will have one completed and in place by the time funding starts if you're awarded funding. So that's by the 1st of April 2023. The application form also has a question about Equality Impact Assessments, or EQIAs. Although organisations do not need to have these to apply for funding, Scottish Government is interested in collecting information about which organisations do have them in place. So you must have or be in the process of putting in place a Child Rights and Wellbeing Impact Assessment to apply for the funding. You do not need to have an Equality Impact Assessment, but please complete the section to let us know whether or not you have one in place. To be eligible for this funding, your organisation must either meet the definition of national or niche community as set out in the fund criteria document. To be considered national for this fund, your organisation must either offer services in 4 or more Scottish local authority areas or be a membership organisation that represents and supports organisations that operate across 4 or more local authority areas. Or your organisation may work in fewer than 4 Scottish local authority areas, but be able to demonstrate national significance or reach. Examples of this might include operating a national online system for the purposes of sharing resources or best practice, a nationally available service or phone line, operating as a national centre of excellence, or serving a niche community. Please note that having a website that's accessible to anyone regardless of geography does not meet the definition of national significance or reach. You must be actively providing a national service. So, in terms of niche community, for the purposes of this fund, an organisation supporting a niche community would provide a service to a cohort of children, young people, families or adult learners who require a specific type of support that no other organisation can provide. In terms of location, for example, an organisation that provides a service operating in a rural area of Scotland that supports a specific cohort of children, young people, families or adult learners and aligns with the policy priorities and criteria set out for this fund is eligible to apply for funding if there are no national organisations in the same local authority area or areas that deliver this work. Equally, a service operating in an urban area that is supporting a specific community or cohort of children, young people, families and adult learners would also be eligible to apply for funding if there are no national organisations in the same local authority areas that deliver this work. Please be aware that we wouldn't expect a local organisation serving a niche community to be awarded funding where they're affiliated to a national organisation, we'd expect the application to come from the national organisation. Finally, the work you're applying to have funded has to fit with the focus of this fund. So it has to be core funding, and it has to have an alignment with one or more of the fund policy priorities. It has to have an alignment with at least one of the funding criteria, and it has to have a strong alignment with at least one of the Scottish Government policy areas this funding is seeking to support. Corra Foundation is running the application process for this fund, and we're here to help you and provide as much support as we can. So please get in touch with us if you need any help. There are lots of documents and some videos on our website to support you. In terms of documents, we've got the criteria guidance, which sets out the overall framework for the fund. There's also a Word template of the application form that you can use to help you develop your application, though we do need to have your final application on our online application form. There's also application guidance that gives extra information on what we're looking for in every stage of the application form, so please read that. There's a Q&A document which will hopefully cover any of the questions that you have that aren't fully covered in the other documents, and we'll build on that, so as people ask us questions over the course of the application stage of the fund, we'll add in any additional questions that aren't already covered. So keep an eye on our website for any new questions and answers going up there. We've also worked with Evaluation Support Scotland to produce a short video and a document to help support you in developing outcomes for your core work. There are 5 short videos, including this one, that cover different aspects of the fund, and we'll be running online information sessions in late July and early August, and there is information on our website about the dates and times for these and how to book a place. And there's also a hints and tips document to help you complete the online application form. We're here to help at any point, and you can email us at the fund email address. This is just the acronym for the fund, so it's CYPFAL@corra.scot. And if you need any additional support, either to have documents in different formats or to access or complete the online application form, please let us know and we'll do our very best to help.